To most people, volunteer work is doing a selfless activity without gaining profit at the end. To me, volunteer work has become something more than just a selfless act. It's gone from being a learning experience to something that I'm passionate about and something that I enjoy doing. My first experience of volunteer work was at Union Gospel Mission, a homeless shelter in downtown Fort Worth. I started volunteering there when I was in 4th grade, and now as a senior, I can say that I have made so many memories and heard stories that have changed my perspective on life. One of the most valuable lessons that I think I've learned over the past 8 years is that you can't judge a person based on their looks. You have to know where they're coming from and what they've been through, and even that doesn't give you the right to judge them. The first night we started to volunteer there, I was with my church youth group, and the head of the kitchen came out and started asking us questions like, were we planning on going to college? Did we see ourselves being successful? Did we have a future mapped out in front of us? And of course, we all said yes. And then he told us that all the people we were about to meet tonight, the guests and the residents who are the people who live on the street, they also used to have the same dreams. It opened our eyes and made us realize that even though they're homeless and they live in a shelter, they're still people and they still need to be treated with respect and dignity. My mom and I have seen so many people change their whole lives with the different programs at Union Gospel Mission. We've seen residents get jobs and being able to move out and into homes. And we've seen moms and dads get the support they need to, raise their children. And there are a lot of kids at UGM, ranging from ages 7 months to 7th grade. Union Gospel Mission does this annual back-to-school program where you buy all the basics and you get to adopt a child. So when they had mailed us the list, we looked at it and saw it was like a basic back-to-school Oakridge list. We needed backpacks, school supplies, pens, pencils, all that stuff. So we decided to do her back-to-school supplies. The girl we got was named Kyrie. She was in 7th grade. We decided to do her school supplies the same time we were doing my school supplies. Except the only difference was, we were getting her glitter pens and a pencil case that stood up and a purple polka-dotted backpack. And while we were shopping, I was thinking to myself, why are we getting all these cool things for her? To me, they were just school supplies. But if you had seen her face when she received her gifts, you would realize that, it makes a big difference to get something like this than just typical school supplies. So when we saw her face, it didn't make us just feel happy for ourselves. It made us feel happy for her. And it also made me realize that I take a lot of things for granted. I have a good education here at Oakridge, and I have a house to go to every day. I have meals, and I have a loving and supportive mom. Although my church youth group no longer exists, my mom and I still go every Sunday, and we treat everybody the way we've been treating them for the past few years with a smile and open arms of friendship and compassion. My second experience that I have thoroughly enjoyed is working at the Oakridge Summer Camp, and I've done it for the past 3 years. I worked with kids from preschool to kindergarten to the 3rd and 4th graders. And this past year was when I got to work with the 3rd and 4th graders. And it was really hard because not only was I smaller than all the 7 and 8-year-olds, I was also a student here. So why would you want to listen to someone shorter than you who is also a student? But going on the field trips and swimming and having dance parties and becoming friends with the majority of them was totally worth it at the end. Some of the campers do go to Oakridge, or they're new to Oakridge, and then some of the campers don't go to Oakridge at all. But it's really nice to hear that if they don't go to Oakridge, that they do want to come back next year and have a great summer again. And if they do go to Oakridge, it's nice to see them walking around campus and making them feel welcome. Over the past 3 years, I've learned to be more sympathetic towards the kids because we don't know where they're coming from. or if they're having problems at home. So I would try to enforce positive attitudes and involve everyone and encourage a lot of the kids to branch out of their comfort zone and try something that they've never done before. I don't know where this passion of working with kids comes from, but it's made me realize that if I put the two things that I love the most, which is playing the cello or music in general, and working with kids together, I get what I want to major in, which is music education. I used to say to a lot of the counselors that there was no possible way that we were that weird when we were little. But in truth, we were, and we were probably weirder. It's also made me realize that although I'm 17 today, when I'm with kids or when I'm acting around with my friends, I'm a 5-year-old on the inside. I don't care about all the hours that I've racked up over the years, and I don't care about spending my vacation and my holidays working at UGM or volunteering at the ECC. What I do care about are all the special bonds I'm able to form with every single person I meet, whether they're homeless or live in a shelter to a kid of the age of 3. I love learning from others, and I'm glad I've been given so many opportunities to volunteer. Thank you.